Okay. So can you see the question number 1? Can you see the question number 1? I'm using some new system. So this will allow me to share question as well as the blank screen wherein I can write. So can you see both question, blank screen as well as my video? Three things. On the right side there should be questions, on the left side there will be blank screen, and at the bottom right corner there will be video screen. Okay, my video also there. So these three things you can see, right? Chat box वगैरे मध्ये दिसतोय का तुम्हाला? नाही ना? Is the screen disturbed by the chat box? No, fine. No issues. All right. Fine. Let everyone join. So as decided, today we will be solving the previous year questions of the chapter called as interference and diffraction or the wave optics. Okay. So we shall start now. Okay. Fine. So let me read the question number 1. In an interference, the intensity of the two interfering waves are capital I and 4 times I. So what we are given? So we are given question number 1. What we are given? Intensity of first wave I1 is equal to capital I. Okay, and the intensity of second wave I2 is equal to 4 times I. Okay, this data we are given. Now in an interference, the intensity of the two interfering waves are I and 4I. They produce intensity at 2 points A and B with a phase angle of pi by 2 and pi. Okay, so at first point A, the phase difference, let's say phi 1 is equal to what? Phase difference between the two waves is pi by 2. And at the second point, the phase difference is what is given? It is pi. Fine. This is point A. This is point B. And what we are given? Then difference in them is. Now what they are asking? At point A, there will be some intensity, let's say IA. At point B, there will be some another intensity, let's say B. At first point, let's say at first point phi A, the phase difference is pi by 2. At second point, let's say the phase difference is phi B, that is pi. And now they are asking what will be the difference between the resultant intensities at point A and at point B. Okay. So what we will do? We will calculate the intensity at first point. We will calculate the intensity at second point, and then we will find out the difference between the intensities. Okay. Now individual intensities are given to us. Phase difference at first point given to us. Individual intensity is given to us. Phase difference to second point is also given to us. So let us find out resultant intensity. What is the formula for resultant intensity? Sir, the formula for resultant intensity is, what is that formula? I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. Now intensity at first point IA is equal to, first intensity is I, second intensity is 4 times I plus 2 root, first intensity is I, second intensity is 4 times I into cos phi. What is the phase difference at first point? Sir, at first point, the phase difference is, what is that? Phase difference is pi by 2. So let us write here pi by 2. Okay, sir, fine. But what is cos of pi by 2? Cos of pi by 2 is 0. So if cos of pi by 2 is 0, this entire term will become 0. If this entire term becomes 0, then what becomes the answer? I plus 4 times I plus 4 times I. That becomes 5 times I. So intensity at first point is, sir, 5 times I. Now, similarly, by using the same formula, we will find out intensity at second point. Intensity at second point. What is that formula? Sir, I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. What is I1? I1 is I plus what is I2? I2 is 4 times I plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. What is I1? I1 is I. What is I2? I2 is 4 times I into cos phi. What is the phase difference at second point? Sir, the phase difference at second point is this pi. Okay, so let us write there pi. Fine. Now what is cos pi? Sir, cos pi is -1. Cos pi is -1. So therefore, intensity at second point will be equal to this I plus 4I, that will become 5 times I. This -1 at the front. So let me write -1. This 2 as it is. I into I will become I square. So under root 4 times I square. Under root 4 times I square. So 4 square root is 2 and I square root is I. So that will become 5I minus 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into I is 4 times I. So 5I minus 4I will become I. So this is the intensity at first point and this is the intensity at second point, and we are asked what is the intensity difference. So let us calculate IA minus IB. So what is IA? So it is 5 times I. So 5 times I minus what is IB? It is I. So what will be the answer? Answer is 4 times I. Now you people reply me in the chat box. Is this question clear to all of you? Is this method clear to all of you? Bola. Individual intensity is given to us. Phase different at first point, phase different at second point. Find out intensity at first point, find out intensity at second point, and then find out the difference between the intensities. This is the method. Got it? Shall we move on to the next question? Bola balano. And you also should write it along with me. Okay, you also should write it along with me. Just reply me clear and written. After every question, you shall reply me CW. That won't take much time. It means clear and written. Is that clear? Shall we move on to the next question? Question number 2. The thing that you should know is the formula of resultant intensity. Just like we have the formula of resultant what? Resultant amplitude. What is the resultant amplitude R? Resultant amplitude formula is A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi. This is the formula for resultant amplitude. Just like that, there is a formula for resultant intensity. Okay. From the next question onward, you shall write along with me. Okay, everyone shall write along with me. माझ्या बरोबरच लिहित चला. Fine. Tell me when it is clear and written. Then just reply me after writing CW so that I can move on to the next question. Clear? Fine. Now let us read the next question. See, this is the next question in front of you. Okay, let us read the next question. Let us try to extract the data. Okay, let us try to extract the data also. Just give me a second. Fine. So let us solve the next question. So question number 2. Let's see what is given in the question number 2. Just a second. So this is the question number 2 in front of us. Let us read the question and let us try to extract the data. In a single slit diffraction, if lambda is equal to 500 nanometer, what we are given? We are given diffraction, okay, if lambda is equal to 500 nanometer, so lambda, just write down, lambda is equal to 500 nanometer, write down along with me, and the length of diameter is equal to 0.1 millimeter. Lens diameter given means aperture. Aperture means diameter of the lens is given to us, which is equal to what? Which is equal to, sir, 0.1 millimeter. Okay, 0.1 millimeter. Width of the central maxima obtained on the screen at a distance of 1 meter will be. So width of the central maxima we are asked. So W is equal to question mark. And the distance of screen from the lens or the aperture is what? Is 1 meter. This data is given and width of the central maxima is asked. Now you should know this is direct formula based question. Many of the questions of this chapter are going to be formula based. Okay. And what is the formula for width of central maxima in diffraction pattern? Very simple. It is 4 times common factor. Okay, 4 times common factor. Now what is the common factor? Common factor is lambda d upon 2a. Always remember, lambda d upon 2a is our common factor, and width of the common factor is 4 times common factor. Now you already know that in the diffraction pattern we observe some intensity distribution like this, okay, and this is our width of the central maxima. This is our width of the central maxima, and that width they are asking, and formula for it is 4 times lambda d by 2a. Now 4 times, what is lambda? See, the final answer we want to find out in millimeter. Final answer we want to find out in millimeter. You can observe in the question number 2 that final answer is to be found out in millimeter. Fine. We will initially find out answer in SI unit, then we will convert it into millimeter. Okay. Fine, sir. So guys, lambda is given to us. So put this lambda 500 nanometer. Nano means what? Sir, nano means 10 raised to minus 9. Okay. Fine. So lambda we substituted. What is D? What is capital D? Lambda, let me put round bracket. What is D? Capital D is 1 meter already in SI unit divided by. What is 2? 2 is as it is. 2 is a number. A. What is aperture or the diameter of the lens? 0.1 millimeter. So put here 0.1. Sir, millimeter. Milli means 10 raised to minus 3. Now we have to do this calculation and we have to find out the width of the central maxima. So this is the formula that you should remember for width of central maxima. What is that? Sir, 4 times common factor. What is the common factor of diffraction? Sir, the common factor of diffraction is lambda d by 2a. Remember this. Okay, remember this trick. 4 times common factor. What is the common factor of diffraction? Common factor of diffraction is lambda d by 2a. This lambda d by 2a. Fine. Okay, now let us do this calculation. Fine. How to do this calculation? Sir, this 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 9 cancel. That becomes 10 raised to minus 6. Sir, this 10 raised to minus 6 and this 10 raised to plus 2 will cancel. That becomes 10 raised to minus 4. Sir, this 10 raised to minus 1. 0.1 means 10 raised to minus 1. 10 raised to minus 1, 10 raised to minus 4 cancel. That will become 10 raised to minus 3. That will become 10 raised to minus 3. Then what remains? This 4, this 5, and nothing remains in the numerator, and in the denominator this 2. So what we have? 4 into 5 upon 2 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, sir, fine. Now 4 into 5 is 20, 20 upon 2 is 10, 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Sir, the final answer we want to find out in millimeter. So call this 10 raised to minus 3 as milli, this meter as it is. So answer is 10 millimeter. So this is going to be the width of central maxima. Now you people reply me in the chat box. Is this question clear to you? Given data to find out and the formula, its application, substitution. Just write it down and let me know in the chat box, clear and written. Bola. Write it down and let me know in the chat box, clear and written. असा एक एक क्वेश्चन त्याची मेथड समजून घ्या. Done, everyone? Good. Width of central maxima. काय formula वर? 4 times common factor. What is common factor? Sir, common factor in diffraction is lambda d by 2a. Lambda means what? Wavelength. Capital D means what? Distance between the aperture and the screen is called as capital D. What is A? Aperture, small a. Okay, aperture, small a. Fine. or the slit width small a. If lens is given, take the aperture. If lens is not given, a slit will be given. There you can say uh, the slit width. Okay. So now let us take next question. It is question number 3. Okay. So see here. So this is the question number 3 in front of you. Let us read it. Let us try to solve it. Which one of the following statement is wrong for the light wave? Which one of the following statement is wrong for the light wave? Okay. Just give me a second now. Let us read the questions. Let us read the questions. Sorry, let us read the options. See, what is the wrong statement? They are asking us to find out the wrong statement. What is the first statement? Light waves are transverse in nature. This is the right statement. This is the right statement. Yes, light waves are the transverse waves. They can travel with the speed of light. Yes, light waves. Why the light waves will not travel with the speed of light? Yes, light can travel with the speed of light in the vacuum, of course. They do not require any material medium for their propagation. This is also true. Light can travel in the vacuum. It certainly means that option 4 is going to be wrong. They require, what they have said, they require material medium for their propagation. No, they do not require. So option number 4 is wrong. Is this question clear to all of you? No calculation part, just thinking part. Wrong option. So you will select option number 4. Okay, just give me a second. Just a second. Fine. Is this clear? A simple thought? A simple thought? Fine. Option 1, transverse in light waves are transverse in nature. True, light is a transverse wave. Option 2 was they can travel with the speed of light. Yes, it is right. Option 3 was they do not require any medium. No. Sorry, option 3 is correct. They do not require any medium. And option 4 is the wrong statement. They have said that they require medium. No, they do not require medium. So you will choose option number 4. Okay, very simple thought. Now let us deal with the question number 4. Let us deal with question number 4. Now let us see what is given in the question number 4 and let us try to solve it. Okay. Which does not show polarization. Polarization कोण दाखवत नाही. Always remember, only transverse. excuse me. Always remember this fact. Polarization is a property of transverse wave. Polarization is a property of transverse wave. Longitudinal waves cannot show polarization. Okay. So read it carefully. Which does not show polarization? Longitudinal waves in the gas. See, longitudinal waves in any medium cannot show polarization. Polarization is a property of transverse wave only. What is the question? Question says, which does not show polarization? Which does not show polarization? Longitudinal waves does not show polarization. So option number 1 is going to be correct. Option number 2 is transverse wave. Yes, transverse wave can show the polarization. What we are asked? We are asked which does not show polarization. So which does not show polarization? Longitudinal waves. So option number 1 you will select. Is the question number 4 clear to all of you? Reply me in the chat box, everyone. Reply me in the chat box, everyone. Option number question 4 बाळांनो clear झाला का? Simple thoughts are there. Okay. Polarization is a property of transverse waves only. So it will not be shown by what? It will not be shown by longitudinal waves. Very simple thoughts. Fine. Let us deal with the question number 5. Okay. Question number 5. Okay. In Young's, let me read the question now. In Young's double slit experiment, what we are given? Young's double slit experiment, YDSE. In Young's double slit experiment, the fringe order is represented by M. Fringe order M means nth maxima, nth minima, nth fringe. So instead of using n, they are using M. Okay, we just write like nth maxima. Nth maxima means what? N is the fringe order. N is the fringe order. Just like that, mth maxima means M is the fringe order. Fine. In Young's double slit experiment, fringe order is represented by capital M, by small m. Then the fringe width is independent of M, directly proportional to M. directly proportional to 2m plus 1, directly proportional to 2m, sorry, inversely proportional to 2m plus 1. There are 4 options. Okay, what they are asking? They are asking fringe width. They are asking fringe width is proportional to question mark, directly proportional to m, independent of m, directly proportional to 2m plus 1, and inversely proportional to 2m plus 1. These are the 4 options. Now we will write the formula for fringe width. Okay, how to reach up to the formula of fringe width? There is one trick. Okay, in Young's double slit experiment of interference pattern, you should always remember this formula. First is path difference. Path difference is equal to xd upon capital D, small xd upon capital D. What is small x? Small x is, let's say this is the screen, let's say this is the center of the screen, let's say this is the given point. Now distance of given point from the center of the screen is called as x, okay. Now here we have 2 slits. First is here, second is here. This is the first slit S1, this is the second slit S2, and this is the distance between the slits and the screen. It is called as capital D. Okay, so this distance is called as small x, distance of given point from the center of the screen. This distance is called as small x. Okay, now when you change this path difference to lambda, जेव्हा path difference चा lambda होतो तेव्हा x चा capital X होतो. When path difference changes to lambda, x converts into capital X, and capital X means fringe width. What is the formula for path difference? This formula you will remember. Okay, path difference is equal to xd upon capital D. This formula you will remember. And what is the trick? When the path difference changes to lambda, x becomes capital X. Path difference चा lambda झाला की x चा capital X करायचा. Okay, path difference चा lambda झाला की x चा capital X करायचा. ठीक है. So what is the formula for fringe width capital X? Sir, capital X is equal to lambda into capital D upon small d. Now lambda is independent of order of maxima. कितवा maxima है याच्यावरती dependent आहे का lambda? नाही, lambda तर light decide करणार. So lambda is independent of m. Mth maxima, nth maxima doesn't matter. Lambda is fixed value. Distance between the slit and the screen, that is also the fixed value. Distance between the 2 slits, small d. Distance between the 2 slits, small d, that is also the fixed value. So all these 3 things are independent of m. It implies that fringe width capital X is also independent of m, because lambda does not depend on m. मला सांगा ना, 5वा मॅक्सिमा आहे, 6वा मॅक्सिमा आहे, 7वा मॅक्सिमा आहे, कितवा मॅक्सिमा याच्यावरती लॅम्बडा तर डिपेंडंट नाहीये. डिस्टन्स बिटवीन द स्लिट अँड द स्क्रीन त्याच्यावरती पण तो सुद्धा nth मॅक्सिमा, mth मॅक्सिमा, 5वा मॅक्सिमा, 6वा मॅक्सिमा याच्यावरती डिपेंडंट नाहीये. डिस्टन्स बिटवीन दी स्लिट्स स्मॉल डी, या 2 स्लिट्स मधलं S1 आणि S2 मधलं डिस्टन्स, that is also independent of m. So in general, capital X, that is the fringe width, is also independent of m. So here for the question number 5, you will choose option number 1. Okay, now you people tell me, is this question clear to all of you? Everyone reply in the chat box so that we can move on to the next question. बोला, reply me clear and written. लिहून झालं की सांगा. Everyone? Okay, good. Okay, shall we move on to the next question now? Question number 6. Let us deal with question number 6. Fine. So this is the question number 6 in front of us. Okay, let us try to read the question number 6. Before that, give me a second. Question number 6. A light ray, let me read the question, you just observe it carefully. A light ray is incident on a glass slab. Okay, it is partially reflected and partially transmitted. Then the reflected ray is, okay, they are asking about reflected ray. Fine, let us try to draw the situation. Let's say this is our glass slab. Let's say light is incident like this. Okay, some part will be reflected Let's say this is our normal. Let me draw the normal. This is the normal. Some part is reflected. This is reflected. This is incident. This is reflected, and some part will bend towards the normal as the light is moving in the denser medium. It will bend towards the normal, and this is the refracted ray, small r. Okay, sir, fine. Now what they are asking, let me read the question again. A light ray is incident on the glass slab. It is partially reflected and partially transmitted. Yes, partially reflected, partially transmitted. Transmit mana kiwa refract mana. You can also call it as transmitted. No issues. Fine. Then the reflected ray is completely polarized and highly intense. This reflected ray is completely polarized. Option 2, partially polarized. Option 3, partially polarized. Option 4, completely polarized. Okay. Again, in the option 1, they are saying highly intense, poorly intense, highly intense, poorly intense. So they are asking us about the polarization of this reflected ray and the intensity of reflected ray. Now you just remember, if the angle of incidence, if this angle of incidence I, write down, if angle of incidence is equal to angle of polarization, then reflected ray is 100% polarized. Then it is 100% polarized. But in the question, we are not given the angle of incidence as polarization angle. Okay. But in given question, I is not equal to angle of polarization. Therefore, reflected ray will be partially polarized. Okay, त्यामुळे तो तुम्हाला fully polarized मिळणार नाही. And the second thing, see, some light is transmitted, some light is reflected. Okay, so intensity will not be high. जी काय reflected light ची intensity असते ती या experiment मध्ये तुम्ही करून बघितल्यानंतर काय मिळतं, that intensity is not high. So it is not highly intense, it is poorly intense. Okay, so it is partially polarized and poorly intense. These are just observations. Okay, you have to remember. Poorly intense. Which option we will select? Partially polarized and poorly intense. Option number 2 we will select. Now you people reply me in the chat box, clear and written, so that I can move on to the next question. Bola. Everyone. Poorly intense explain करा. Okay. आता poorly intense चा अर्थ असा आहे. Poorly intense म्हणजे काय? Let's say this entire energy gets reflected. Whatever energy is incident, most of the energy is reflected. In that case, you will get highly intense light. But in reality, when it is incidence on the glass, some portion of the energy is transmitted also, and some portion of the energy is reflected also. Okay, so here you do not get a strong reflection. काही लाईट ट्रान्समिट पण झाली आहे, सगळी लाईट जर रिफ्लेक्ट झाली असती तर इंटेन्स रिफ्लेक्शन आपल्याला मिळालं असतं. इज दॅट क्लिअर नाउ? समजलं का बाळा आता? व्हाय इट इज कॉल्ड एज पुअरली इंटेन्स? These are observations. These are our observations also. Okay, so this is the experimental fact. This we have to know. If in the question angle of incidence is given to be equal to angle of polarization, then reflected ray will be 100% polarized. But in the question, this data is not given. They are not talking about angle of incidence. So if it is not equal to angle of polarization, it will be partially polarized. This is the fact. Okay, this is the experimental fact. Now let us move on to the next question. That is question number 7. 7 is the assertion reason question, so just skip it. Let us move on to the question number 8. Let's do it as efficiently as possible. Question number 8. Let us solve it. Let me read the question. A parallel beam of light of wavelength lambda. Okay, light of wavelength lambda. Data लिहून घेतला. Fine. असंच करायचं प्रत्येक क्वेश्चन. मी जसं करतोय तसं बरोबर डेटा लिहून घेत जायचं. Is incident normally on the narrow slit. Okay, let's draw a narrow slit, and there is a parallel beam like this. This is our narrow slit. Okay, a diffraction pattern is formed on the screen, which is placed perpendicular to the direction of incident beam. So this is our incident beam. This is our incident beam. To this there is a screen which is placed perpendicular. Yes, incident ला ही screen perpendicular आहे. Okay. याच्यावरती diffraction pattern मिळाला. Yes, single slit diffraction pattern मिळणार आपल्याला. Fine. At the second minimum of the diffraction pattern, okay, second minima, at the second minimum of the diffraction pattern, the phase difference between the rays coming from two edges of the slit is, okay, what is asked? At second minima, what is the phase difference? What is the phase difference between the waves coming from edge? Between the waves coming from edge. Write down along with me. Means topmost wave आणि bottommost wave यांच्यामधला phase difference विचारलेला आहे. Very simple thing. आता मी काय काय सांगतोय लक्षात घ्या. Let us draw the diffraction pattern. Fine. Okay, this is first minima, this is second minima, and this is central maxima. Fine. Now very simple thing, interference आणि diffraction चे logic एकमेकांना थोडेसे opposite आहेत. Okay, let us write down the formula for phase difference. Phase difference at minima, phase difference at minima याचा फॉर्म्युला असतो even multiple of interference असता तर मिनिमाला ऑड मल्टिपल आला असता. इफ इट वॉज इंटरफरन्स मिनिमाला काय आला असता? ऑड मल्टिपल आला असता. पण हे डिफ्रॅक्शन आहे ना, त्यामुळं मिनिमाला इव्हन मल्टिपल येतो. सो फेज डिफरन्स ऍट मिनिमा इज इव्हन मल्टिपल ऑफ पाय. ओके, आता डिफ्रॅक्शन मध्ये बाळांनो इव्हन मल्टिपल कुठनं चालू होतात? इन दी डिफ्रॅक्शन इव्हन मल्टिपल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 2, 4, 6, 8 अँड सो ऑन. 0 वाला जो आहे तो सेंट्रल मॅक्सिमा साठी आहे. 0चा जो आकडा आहे तो सेंट्रल मॅक्सिमा साठी आहे. ओके, मग बाकीचे जे काय आहेत ते मिनिमासाठी आकडे आहेत. म्हणजे 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 ला तुम्हाला काय मिळणार? फर्स्ट मिनिमा. 2 ला तुम्हाला काय मिळणार? फर्स्ट मिनिमा. 4 ला काय मिळणार? सेकंड मिनिमा. ओके, विच मिनिमा वी आर आस्क्ड? विच मिनिमा वी आर आस्क्ड? सेकंड मिनिमाला फेज डिफरन्स इज इक्वल टू क्वेश्चन मार्क. सेकंड मिनिमाला फेज डिफरन्स इक्वल टू क्वेश्चन मार्क. सो फेज डिफरन्स ऍट सेकंड मिनिमा इज इक्वल टू सेकंड इवन मल्टिपल सिलेक्ट करा. फर्स्ट इवन मल्टिपल जो आहे तो फर्स्ट मिनिमाला, सेकंड इवन मल्टिपल आहे तो सेकंड मिनिमाला. सो 4 टाइम्स पाय बिटवीन दी टॉप मोस्ट अँड बॉटम मोस्ट वेव. समजलं का? रिप्लाय इन दी चॅट बॉक्स. विच ऑप्शन यू विल सिलेक्ट? ऑप्शन नंबर 3 यू विल सिलेक्ट. 4 पाय दिसतोय का इथं? 4 पाय ऑप्शन क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 मध्ये. चेक करा. समजलं का? किती सिंपल आहे. आपल्याला काय विचारलंय? फेज डिफरन्स ऍट मिनिमा. तो ऑड मल्टिपल ऑफ पाय आला असता. कुठे आला असता? डिफ्रॅक्शन मध्ये आला असता. इंटरफरन्स मध्ये तो ऑड मल्टिपल ऑफ पाय आला असता मिनिममला. पण डिफ्रॅक्शन मध्ये उलट होते. मिनिमाला तो इव्हन मल्टिपल येतो. जस्ट रिप्लाय मी CW सो दॅट आय कॅन नो दॅट दिस इज क्लिअर ऍज वेल ऍज रिटन. लिहून पण घ्या. एकदा हाताखालनं जाऊ दे. बराबर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करून दाखवतो तुम्हाला. राईट इट डाऊन अँड लेट मी नो इन दी चॅट बॉक्स CW. पडलेले क्वेश्चन्स आहेत परीक्षेला. आपलं मॉड्यूल आम्ही जर परफेक्ट केलेलं असेल, नो क्वेश्चन इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस. एव्हरीवन रिप्लाय फास्ट. Okay, fine. So now we will move on to the next question, that is question number 9. Okay, let us take new page. Okay, which is this page? I think some practice page is there. Blank page. Question number 9. All right. What is question number 9? Let us read it. Astronomical wavelength increase. लॅम्बडा काय झालाय? एखाद्या ऍस्ट्रॉनॉमिकल ऑब्जेक्टला बघताना, ओके, स्पेस मधल्या ऑब्जेक्टला बघताना जो रियल लॅम्बडा आहे तो नाही दिसला. ऍस्ट्रॉनॉमिकल वेवलेंथ इन्क्रीज. येस, ऍस्ट्रॉनॉमिकल वेवलेंथ इन्क्रीज ड्यू टू डॉपलर इफेक्ट नोन एज. बिकॉज ऑफ विच डॉपलर इफेक्ट और what it is called when the Doppler effect is called as what? When the wavelength increases. बोला. रेड शिफ्ट, ब्लू शिफ्ट, व्हायलेट शिफ्ट, इन्फ्रारेड शिफ्ट. सांगा बरं. यू टेल मी. ऑप्शन 1, 2, 3, 4. लॅम्बडा इन्क्रीज. लॅम्बडा इन्क्रीज म्हणजे फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज, फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज. वेवलेंथ वाढली म्हणजे फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज. रेड शिफ्ट की ब्ल्यू शिफ्ट? ओके, डू यू नो दी फॅक्ट? लेट अस राईट द विब्ग्योर. इनवर्स लिहायचं, असं उलट लिहायचं. VIBGYOR. डू यू नो रेड हॅज मॅक्सिमम वेवलेंथ? लॅम्डा ऑफ रेड काय? या विब्ग्योर मध्ये सगळ्यात जास्त वेवलेंथ कोणाची आहे? रेडची. सो रेड साठी लॅम्डा काय आहे? मॅक्स आहे बाळांनो. मग तिथं फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय असेल? मिनिमम असेल. फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय असेल? मिनिमम. ओके सर, लॅम्डा इन्क्रीज मीन्स फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज. आता फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज मला सांगा, रेडची फ्रिक्वेन्सी मिनिमम आहे, व्हायलेटची फ्रिक्वेन्सी मॅक्सिमम आहे. व्हायलेटची फ्रिक्वेन्सी मॅक्सिमम आहे. ओके, मग फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय झाली आहे? डिक्रीज झाली आहे. सो शिफ्ट कुठं आहे? टुवर्ड्स रेड आहे की टुवर्ड्स ब्ल्यू आहे? त्याला व्हायलेट शिफ्ट म्हणायचं नाही. ते व्हायलेट शिफ्ट वगैरे तुम्हाला फक्त फसवायसाठी दिले. दोनच असतात, एक तर रेड शिफ्ट किंवा ब्ल्यू शिफ्ट. हा बोला, फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय झाली आहे? सर वेवलेंथ इन्क्रीज, फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज. सो इथं मध्ये एक पॉईंट घ्यायचा, फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज, फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज म्हणजे मिनिमम कडे चाललाय. कुठली शिफ्ट आहे? रेड शिफ्ट. दोनच असतं. व्हायलेट शिफ्ट तुम्हाला फसवायसाठी दिलंय. लॅम्बडा इन्क्रीज दिलाय म्हणजे फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज. आता फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज, तांबड्याचा लॅम्बडा जास्त. तांबडा मीन्स व्हॉट इन मराठी? तांबडा मीन्स व्हॉट? रेड कलर. रेड हॅज मॅक्सिमम वेवलेंथ. इट मीन्स दॅट इट हॅज मिनिमम फ्रिक्वेन्सी. रेडची वेवलेंथ मॅक्सिमम, फ्रिक्वेन्सी मिनिमम. सो व्हायलेटची फ्रिक्वेन्सी मॅक्सिमम. ते व्हायलेट तुम्हाला फसवायसाठी दिले. व्हायलेट शिफ्ट वगैरे असलं कधी नाव वापरत नाही. सो फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज. फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिक्रीज मीन्स व्हॉट? You are shifting towards red color, so it is called as red shift. Okay, implies that, write down this, red shift. This Doppler effect is called as red shift. समजला का question? Reply me in the chat box everyone. Write it down. Just reply me CW so that we can solve the next question. बराबर एक दोन मिनिटात question solve होतात. काय question 3-4 मिनिटं घेतील, but otherwise it should be solved within 1 or 2 minutes. Just reply me CW. हे सगळं लिहून घ्या. विब्ग्योर असा रिव्हर्स लिहून घ्यायचा. इकडे लॅम्बडा मॅक्स आहे, व्हायलेटचा लॅम्बडा काय आहे? मिनिमम आहे. फाइन. Now let us move on to the next question. This was very easy question. Yes. Let us solve the next question. Question number 10. Question number 10. Fine. Let's take a new page. Question number 10. See what is given in the question number 10. We have only 1 minute. Okay, so we have to rejoin also. Okay, we will be solving the next questions also. Okay, we'll try to solve at least 15 questions, 15 to 20 previous year questions per chapter. तेवढे करायचेच आहेत आपल्याला. Fine. Next, question number 10. What is that? Let me read the question. You can see on the screen. Excuse me. In a Young's double slit experiment, the spacing between the slits, slit separation small d, slit separation small d is equal to 0.3 millimeter, and the screen is kept at a distance of 1.5 meter. Slit and screen चा distance किती आहे बा? Sir, capital D. What is that? 1.5 meter. Okay, sir. The second bright fringe is found 6 millimeter from the central fringe. Second bright कुठे मिळाला? Let me draw the screen.